Yeah, there's this new disabled kid that came in. He seems pretty alone. Everybody really makes fun of him. I think he'd be a good person to join like the disabled people club and stuff like that. He's struggling quite a bit, and it'd be great to help him and put him in a community where he'd feel included.
Oh, that must be our new person.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
Yeah, hello.
So my struggle is like I can't actually like go upstairs like correctly.
really?
Well, it's crazy.
Guess what we just got
What'd you get?
upstairs? Come on. Let me speed it up a bit.
Oh,
Yeah, look at that. Look at
that's
that.
cool.
You can get up the stairs on your own.
No way.
See, would you have known that if you didn't come in here to learn?
Oh, probably not.
Whoa, that's awesome. Welcome to the club, Genji.
Yeah.
You're an official member of Special Forces.
I feel special.
Yes, you always should. Come on, bring it in, Genji.
This is what we're all about. Last year, I started a club called Special Forces for anyone struggling with anything. Those who showed up got to learn about other people's struggles and maybe even a bit about their own. In a school environment that often has you stressed about your grades, sports, and has you constantly questioning your own religion, this club was a really great resource for everyone. We even had live music one time. Though sadly, Special Forces wasn't exactly the most respected club on campus. Some notable examples of this include when our promotional poster was ripped off the wall even before our first meeting, or our club being referred to as that club by some of the faculty and not being featured in the yearbook, and our club ambassador being fired for incredibly outlandish reasons. So frankly, if Western doesn't need us, I don't think we need them. I believe we can do as much, if not even more good than we did last year if we're not held down by Western. So with that said, here's a basic message I think everyone at Western could use. Today's video is going to be all about being nice. Now I know that seems really simple, but not a lot of us are actually too nice nowadays, even at Western. One of the main reasons I feel like our society isn't very nice nowadays is because we just don't really take the time to understand each other. Whether it be sports, religion, politics, your health, or anything else, we all have that one person that just ticks us off or is ticked off by us. I know we all disagree with each other nowadays, but if we really just sat down with someone and tried to understand their point of view, I really think that you could maybe even have a new friend. It would be really nice, but our culture, and especially Western, just wants us to pretend that the other side of the argument doesn't even exist and just shut them out instead of understanding what's really going on. So I think our first step to being nicer is just talk to people, understand what's wrong with them or why they're bugging you, or why they're doing the things that they do. I think that with this tactic, our lives could be a lot easier both in and outside of school. Now, with all the big disagreements and arguments in the world today, I know this can be a really difficult thing to do. So to help us, let's use an example that should be familiar to a lot of you. We're going to use this summer's new Superman movie. Now, if you're someone who cares about spoilers, I'd recommend watching the movie right now and coming back to this video. And if you can't watch the movie right now, just hang tight for a little bit and we'll try not to spoil too much. So in the new Superman movie, Lex Luthor is just a massive hater. Whenever someone goes against him or says something he doesn't like, he locks them in a prison that's in a different dimension and just pretends they don't exist. Now he hates everyone in this prison, but the person he hates the most is Superman. This guy hates Superman so much that he started a war, killed a guy that served Superman food, and kidnapped his dog. If that's not hating, I don't know what is. So when Superman escapes the prison and confronts Lex Luthor, instead of beating him up or killing him, he just gives him a talk about how he can be a better person. And when his dog starts attacking Lex Luthor, he stops the dog, and that's just really cool. This man single-handedly started a war because he didn't like you, and now you're being nice to him and giving him a chance to be better. Now in this movie, he doesn't take the chance, but in the next one they're going to be teaming up. And how are you supposed to team up with someone like that? That's just true forgiveness, which again we don't see enough of nowadays. Lex Luthor thinks that Superman is bad because he has powers and he's from a different planet. Whenever Superman tries to prove himself, Lex just plugs his ears and goes on about how he hates Superman. Superman, on the other hand, hears out Lex every single time, and that's their main difference. Superman is willing to hear out his enemies while Lex Luthor isn't. And you might be wondering, where can I see this in real life? Well, we can see it right at our own very school. Here's a real life example. So as you know, Western has 3 inaccessible buildings. Instead of actively working to get this problem fixed, Western lets their donors donate to other projects that in retrospect we don't really need. After a long discussion with our principal last year, we were able to get a temporary solution in the form of the stair climber that you saw at the beginning of the video. Now, although we're thankful for this, the solution doesn't work for everybody. Now I know what you're thinking. Helping somebody is better than helping nobody, which is true, but put yourself in the situation. You have an injury, which makes it difficult for you to sit, and instead of going up an elevator, you have to go up and sit on a ride all the way up the stairs, which will make you even worse. And then after your class is done, you have to go all the way back down and get even worse. Now that's not ideal, and we need a good solution for everybody. But instead of putting money towards elevators, Western is putting money towards redoing the sanctuary? So now let's go back to Superman one more time. Superman is a guy that listens to people and does what needs to be done at all costs. Meanwhile, Lex Luthor is a closed-minded guy who literally locks away all his problems. Right now, our school has the Lex Luthor mindset and not the Superman mindset. And that doesn't just apply to the stairlift. There's many other issues at Western which we'll talk about later in the year. So I'll leave you with one last question. Do you want to be a Superman, a person who helps people, has cool friends, and is genuinely happy? Or do you want to be a Lex Luthor who hates everyone and himself? Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back next week with another one of these videos, and I thank you for still supporting the club throughout everything that we're going through. Come back next week. Thank you for listening, and remember to be nice.